Yesterday, Don't Nod finally revealed Life is Strange 2. We've finally got some concrete details about what is going on, what the story is, so I'm going to be discussing that. And I also want to go through some issues that I'm seeing in the community right now, and some issues especially that I've been seeing on Twitter from this reveal. This is HellaStrange, and here is the Life is Strange 2 reveal trailer.
I have no idea where we are. Feels like we're walking nowhere. I don't think Daniel understands what's going on. I can't tell him the truth now. I just can't. How am I supposed to take care of us out here? On the ground! Don't move! Oh.
What are we gonna do now?
There's nothing we can't do, as long as we're together.
Now let's quickly go through some of this trailer. So our two main characters here are indeed the brothers that were seen at the end of Captain Spirit. Now I made a theory video about this that you can check out in the description or in the end card, and I myself and a few other people have all said that these characters were going to somehow be integral to Life is Strange 2. And we finally got the confirmation that they are indeed our main characters, which, considering the end of Captain Spirit says Chris will return, I think some people did think that Chris was going to be the main character, some others thought that maybe he was going to be a side character of some sort, so we will still be seeing Chris somewhere in this game. I'm also not entirely sure, but considering that these two brothers apparently start the story in Seattle, I'm thinking maybe their journey passes through where Chris lives, and the events of Captain Spirit are actually kind of a side story that takes place during Life is Strange 2. Which is pretty interesting. It leaves me very curious about what Chris's future will be, because I had the feeling that we were going to be seeing a grown-up Chris by this point, and that we were going to be going through his story, and maybe he would be the new Chloe Price, in quotation marks, with a similar kind of story and background and all that kind of stuff. But it seems that that's not the case now, but that's actually pretty interesting. Now, the story seems to be that these two brothers are living in Seattle in a suburb, and they come into a run-in with the police. Now, there's actually demo gameplay that I'm going to be trying to see if I can get hold of and posting here as well if you want to check that out. That'll be coming really soon. Now, I haven't watched the gameplay properly myself, as I don't really want to go into the game knowing what happens. I would rather just play it off myself from the beginning. But the details that I do know, and there are going to be kind of spoilers here for Life is Strange 2 for the beginning, so if you don't want to know how all these events start to go down and how the story starts, then you might want to skip to a further point in this video, or just skip this video entirely. But the gameplay does show that some boy with blood on his shirt, it appears, is stumbling around. Something's going on here. Like I said, I haven't actually seen this properly. I had the volume down because I didn't want to know what happened, but I did see this part. And the police stop to see what's going on. The police sees two boys and a guy that seems like he's passed out, covered in blood or something on his shirt, gets suspicious, points his gun at them, tells them to get on the floor. They comply and they get on the floor, a little bit shaken, a little bit scared, not sure what's happening. And a man comes out to come and help them, who I believe is his father. I'm not entirely sure if this has been confirmed, if it is his father. I've not seen that yet, but if it has, then I do apologise for not knowing this detail. So eventually things escalate, and it appears that the cop then shoots their father. This is when the power activates. In a very, very similar fashion to the original Life is Strange game, when Max tries to help and finds her powers just after Chloe gets shot. I really kind of like this kind of throwback, and this could kind of help to explain how these powers are given or how these powers work. It always seems to be in a time when someone dies or when there's a great distress that's happening. After our main characters come to, they find that there's a policeman dead on the floor. This power has just devastated the cop car and just absolutely destroyed it, and they find themselves on the run from the police. He seems like a really cool idea so far, and I'm really excited for this, and I'm really curious what they're going to do with this, but I do have one little issue. Considering these characters are meant to be on the run, that to me says that there's going to be lots of different scenery, which is pretty cool. I'm fine with that. But the beauty of Life is Strange and the fact that it was set in one single town is that we saw recurring characters like Joyce, Warren, and one of my favourites was Alyssa, because there was always that opportunity to try and save her from something, so I always tried to keep my eye out for her in every episode of the game. So if these characters are just wandering around and are just going from town to town or whatever it is that's happening here, how are we going to get recurring characters apart from the main two boys and maybe some of the police officers that or detectives or anything that may be looking for them and going after them? That's one of my issues here. I have also had the idea that maybe they find themselves with some other runaways, or they find themselves with some troubled teenagers, or just some other people that decide to come with them, and they make friends and they kind of, I guess, recruit people along the way. That could be a way of having more characters and more stories to tell, but I'm not really sure how that would work. It's just something that I'm not too sure about. That part to me doesn't really make sense. But anyways, like I said, I will be posting the gameplay up on the channel for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That's going to be going up soon after this video actually goes up, so stay tuned. So that was just my quick thoughts on the reveal trailer and the gameplay. But now I want to talk about something a little bit more serious and pretty frustrating, if I have to say. Now, after looking at this trailer, I saw a lot of hate. A lot of hate. There were quite a few people who I was chatting with, just having some fun conversations with about what Life is Strange 2's trailer was about and how it went and yada yada. But the amount of hate for this trailer, why? I don't get it. There were so many people that were upset and angry that Max and Chloe weren't the main characters. Are you being serious? Like, really? The story ended. And also on top of that, they're making a comic book for the second terrible ending to talk about what happened there and how that went and the continuation of that. A comic of which I'm actually going to be ordering when it comes out, and I may show it, I may read it on this channel, I don't know, I'll see if I'm allowed to do that, but really? It's always really frustrating when people just can't accept change. But Don't Nod have said many times that this story was not going to be Max and Chloe, and people are still disappointed. Oh my god. Also on top of all that, I saw a lot of hatred from some of the LGBT fans of Life is Strange, claiming that the game had abandoned its roots because it wasn't about two gay females. Sorry, but I forgot that life is not about two gay females. We're not all gay females. Don't Nod is not a gay company making gay games for gay people. Representation is amazing and it's brilliant, and I'm glad that they did that with Life is Strange 1, but they wanted to tell a different story this time. They're all about diversity, not just gay girls constantly. Get over yourselves. I think what they're doing with Life is Strange 2 right now is amazing. They're going for more racial diversity rather than sexual, which I really like. And with the way that they've been building these characters so far, who knows, we might have some trans characters in Life is Strange 2, or maybe even a trans protagonist for Life is Strange 3, or whatever it is that they decide to make in the future. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. But these games do not have to constantly be just gay girl, gay girl, gay girl, gay girl constantly. Also, may I add that the game is not technically canonically gay. You can have the choice to go with Warren, or have the choices to be friends with everyone, which is also nice, and also a little bit of representation there for those that don't have any attraction to anyone. So seriously, stop it. Stop thinking that everything has to represent you just because you are gay or bisexual or whatever. Life is Strange is trying to represent everybody, all different kinds of things, races, different genders. It's not just life is gay. Get over it. Sorry for that little rant at the end there, I just felt like I really needed to talk about that, because it's something that I've seen with Life is Strange for a while now that's really been getting on my nerves. But anyways, thank you for watching that video, and remember to stay hella strange.